Hello friends, today we'll see the use of query language. Myself Mahesh Sangvi, and I hope you all will subscribe my YouTube channel and also you will like the video. This is the topic from unit number 1 of database management system. So in query language there are various types of query languages. So the language is known as query language, by which we can able to form a query, a question which we can ask to any sort of database system, and that database system will extract some information out of it. So query language has mainly two types: procedural query language and non-procedural query language. So again, procedural query language has one more type, that is relational algebra, and we all are aware that relational algebra operations, there are various operations available into what relational algebra, and into next subsequent units we will study that. Then there is non-procedural language, and one of the very famous, that is what SQL, structured query language, is the type of non-procedural language. When we are talking about SQL also has four types of languages, like DDL, that is data definition language. It has various commands like create table, alter table, drop table, truncate table, rename table. So all these commands we have to study into unit number 2. Apart from DDL, there is DML, that is data manipulation language. So we can able to insert, delete, update, or we can able to extract a particular record using this particular language known as data manipulation language, one of the part of SQL. So again, it's all sorts of commands of SQL will be there in case of your unit number 2. Then there is a command, there are certain types of languages like DCL, data control language. This data control language has mainly two types of commands: grant and revoke. Last type is DTL, that is data transaction language, has three commands like commit, rollback, and save point. We will see all these languages in depth into unit number 2. Apart from SQL, there is also a relational calculus, which is what the type of non-procedural language, and has two more types: tuple relational calculus and domain relational calculus. These are relational algebra is normally needed into what query optimization unit, available at what unit number 4. Now in case of database languages, there are some languages like data definition language and data manipulation language available into what your structured query language. So today we need to have a detailed discussion on what exactly is data definition language. So data definition language, it means that we can able to define the data with the help of what this DDL. For example, we can able to create the table or the structure of what database. So in database there are two words, one is data, another one is base. So base is created with the help of data definition language. Now the second word is data. So in case of DML, data manipulation language, means what we can able to insert record, we can able to delete particular record, we can able to even update a particular value or particular data using data manipulation language. Even it has a very good command like select, by which we can able to what extract the data which is already stored. Now regarding this data definition in depth, if we observe here, this is one of the example that is given to you. For defining of database schema, we need one of the example, that is what create table command. This create table command is an example of your DDL, that is data definition language. So we need what DDL interpreter, that normally takes one command at a time and convert it into what it in execution form. So when you enter create table command, and here you can see that whenever you are giving this create table command, so instructor, this table will get what created. Okay, means what will happen here with this example, you will understand that data dictionary will be what created. Here the meaning of data dictionary is what it is: data about data. It contains what metadata. So here if you observe ID, name, department name, or salary, all is ultimately what data, and they are gonna what take data, input data from what user. So this is known as, this particular terminology is known as data about data. Regarding database schema, so we have already seen that database schema is ultimately what overall design of that database design. Then integrity constraint has again various parts, like we can able to declare various constraints like primary key, unique key, domain integrity constraints are there, entity integrity constraints are there, referential integrity constraints are there. All that things can be easily defined with the help of this create table command. We can even provide the authorization, where we can provide the access control to the particular user. Now regarding data manipulation language, DML is used to manipulate the data. The meaning of manipulation here is very simple. We can able to add, edit as well as what delete the data from what the by using this data manipulation language. Data independence, whatever we have seen, it has basically two major parts, pure and what commercial. In case of pure is mainly used for computational power and its optimization, whereas commercials are used in case of your commercial systems. So example of pure system is your relational algebra, tuple relational calculus, domain relation calculus, and SQL is one of the part of what commercial thing. So normally when we are entering what commands into SQL, query processor is normally converting this SQL command into what either relational algebra or in any of the middle form, that is normally known as what pure language. Now regarding structured query language, so SQL is one of the structured query language, one of the commercial language, and it supports all kinds of four commands like DDL, DML, DCL, DTL that we have seen. In case of this application program that access what through language extensions to allow embedded SQL. You can even embed the SQL syntax into any of the host language that may be your C, C++, Java, Python, or even you can include these commands into what the spreadsheet kind of what applications. Application program interface, that is API, for example ODBC or JDBC, where open database connectivity or Java database connectivity, which is again allowing what your SQL query to send the data from what one front end to what back end. So here with the help of this, I hope you will understand the importance of what this query language. If you have any further doubt, you can anytime ask me. Thank you all. I hope you all will subscribe my YouTube channel and you all will what like this video.